The Jim and Terry Show, tackling modern comedy cartoons. What are we talking about? The Jim and Terry Show goes into cartoon land.
We're going into cartoon land, humor, satire. And it almost is like the death rattle of satire and comedy. It almost looks like they took the challenge. All right, screw you. If you're going to end all this, Mr. President, we're giving you it all. And even Stephen Colbert, he will not let up.
When you say giving it, giving him it all, they're not relenting, and they're not censoring, they're not reducing what they're saying.
They're actually more than they've ever done before.
They're going hard after the president.
Hard after the president. And Colbert never looked more comfortable in his life, as far as I'm concerned.
He's been released.
Yeah.
He no longer has to pay homage to the masters. The strings, Pinocchio has been cut free.
Yeah, and it's almost the same as we hope and dream within the tariffs. We'll make agreements with other countries where we can have civil agreements.
And we won't have to deal with the strings.
Deal with the tyrant.
Yeah.
And then maybe in 50 years, everything will go back. Who knows?
Okay, so let's go back to this whole thing with maybe we'll talk with Stephen Colbert and go into South Park. Colbert, CBS. The masters, the owners of CBS, wanted a deal where they wanted to sell out. And as part of that deal, it had to be FCC approval. To get FCC approval, they needed Trump's stamp of approval. To get Trump's stamp of approval, he had a demand.
Yeah, he got $16 million. And that might have all been planned in the beginning. Sue us, and then we'll come to an agreement. How's that? In other words, it'd be like me wanting to close a real estate deal here. And I said, look, you can have my cottage for a week. Why don't you and your wife just enjoy my cottage for a week? We'll sign the agreements there. Same idea. And that's why he's doing it with the New York Times. He's doing it the same way. I'm suing them for $20 billion. He wants them to settle out of court.
I thought it was Wall Street Journal.
The Wall Street Journal. Whatever it is, with Murdoch.
Yeah, Murdoch. That's a conservative journal, by the way.
I know, but he don't care because it's all payoffs.
Yep.
And that's what he's doing. He's a mob boss. It's like me saying, smashing your front window and then knocking on the door and saying, hey, I can make sure this doesn't happen for $100 a month. You'll never have a smash window again.
Sounds like an Equalizer 3.
So that's it is what's going on. Colbert saw it and he named it. He pegged it.
Yes, he did.
He said, the bribe. Oh, sorry. But that's what it was. $16 million bribe.
Of course it was.
To close that deal, which is against the law.
Oh, you would think it would be against the law. But stuff is happening and we know it happens. Yeah. All right, so CBS needs FCC approval. They get FCC approval, but within that $16 million lawsuit, which $16 million is not much really for the size of the network. Remember,
that goes right into Trump's
Fox
pocket.
News was sued for nearly $1 billion twice for falsifying information and deliberately promoting Trump's fake news. Now, that's hardly in the same ballpark, $16 million.
No, but I mean, it goes right into his pocket.
Yeah, he pockets the money, you're right. Just like he pockets the Qatari jet.
Yeah. Well, the Qatari jet, and we've already talked, they've already diverted $940 million to make up Trump's jet.
Out of the U.S. military budget.
Out of the military fund. That's going to Trump. So, and then little, what's-her-face? No, he don't. How dare you say he's in...
I'm insulted by that question.
I'm insulted that you would think the president is making anything on. He's given up his life for this. He's given up everything for us. No, he's making hundreds of millions of dollars a month being president of the United States.
So how the mighty have fallen, how the U.S. got themselves into this is beyond me. But I do blame the media, Facebook, the internet, and people thinking they can do their own research and be smart. All of a sudden you didn't get smart. The book that I was interested in getting was called The Dumbing Down of America, which is how the mighty have fallen, really, and how the people believed conspiracy theories. But that's another tangent. We already got into the UFO majestic conspiracy theory. But how about this one? CBS is now bought out. And the deal included South Park, which is where we opened up. All right, so
they made a fortune, South Park.
They've been ongoing. I think, forgive me if I'm wrong,
longest on TV, I think.
27 years? Yeah. Longer than The Simpsons.
I think so, yeah.
And it's still, if you look at the animation style, you think, how can you possibly make money out of this thing?
That became so funny with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So South Park, the two creators, $1.5 billion for 5 years, you said?
Plus residuals.
Residuals. And that's where people, like an actor in a big film, TV show, Gunther, behind the bar, lived on residuals. He hardly had much speaking lines at all. He lived on those few things that he got. Residuals.
Yeah.
You can live a life of luxury.
Yeah. And those guys are smart. They never have to work again.
That's
They
right.
really only going to put, I think it looks like 5 years in the 50 episodes.
Yeah.
So probably 5 years. And they made a fortune, and now they've got 5 years of...
To skewer the president.
Excuse me.
Well, 3.5 years if he survives.
But politically, which they've always done, they've got a license to do that.
To do anything to anybody. Nobody's off bounds.
Well, same as Colbert. I got till May, and you're getting it every day.
And all of a sudden, he's unleashed.
Yeah, and he looks never more comfortable to me than he does now.
I'm hoping he winds up...
And if you saw the Stewart, what's Stewart's
Jon
first-
Stewart.
Jon Stewart's skit was so hilarious.
Yes.
With the choir in the background. Oh, and F this, F that was so funny.
Did you see the sketch with all the talk show hosts that were in the audience?
Yes. That's Stephen Colbert.
That was on
That was
Colbert's
on
show.
his show. They were there to see him. And then the next show he goes, "Are they here today?" And they went, "No." And he goes, "Some friends. Geez, some friends."
All right, let's get on to the details of the South Park that may have offended the president to such an extent that he went on a true social rant.
Yeah, and he should have just.
All right, what was on the show that...
Well, he was in bed with the devil, and the devil said his...
Was that Melania?
The devil said his pecker was little and he couldn't find it, and
All right.
and he was mad because the devil was mad because he was on the Epstein files.
Okay, so that's the start of it, and it goes on. Did you see the AI-generated wandering in the desert?
Yes, I did.
Isn't that something?
Oh, that's amazing that you can do that. It's amazing you can get away with that.
Gee, they got away with it.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
a little afraid of that, but, you know.
Well, you know, if Trump gets total control over the world, he'll kill them. I shouldn't say that. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. Okay.
And then, of course, the Jesus thing bothered me a bit because they humbled Jesus up. He's afraid of the networks.
Jesus was, mumbling his words because he didn't want to be found out by Trump, so he wouldn't be attacked.
I came to warn you.
Eat the bread, eat the bread.
We're all going to be canceled.
We're all going to be canceled, and that includes, I'm thinking, even those who support Trump now may be canceled in the future. So your Christian denomination.
Go down. That's what I said. I said with
I'm
the
sorry,
people.
is that an appropriate?
No, it isn't.
Okay.
But, if you're a part, you take Mike Johnson. You take him, the speaker, quit, go away, retire.
Yes.
I mean, it would be better to do that than to be in bed with Satan, quite frankly.
Who is in bed with Satan? What a great image. But it's not just Trump.
No, they all are. And this is the sad thing. So, don't forget the little blonde girl was...
Caroline Levitt.
Okay, and who
They
was
got her perfectly, by the way.
Yeah, who was the blonde lady before her? Whose husband was a total Democrat.
Oh, Kellyanne Conway.
Kellyanne Conway, didn't she suggest the cross?
Yes.
So that you got that hanging on your neck. You're obviously not a vampire, so you must be a part of us. And it's just a trinket, folks.
Yep.
Just to let you know, Jesus didn't wear a cross; he was nailed to a cross.
That's right.
But it's like they're in bed with the devil. I mean, if you can't see some of these people, where they came from, their morals.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the. I wish I could remember names. The Department of Military guy.
Pete Hegseth.
Yeah, his whole testimony before Congress. He's a born again Christian. Everything, blah blah blah, and all the rest of it. He doesn't look it to me like really. He looks like an arrogant guy that bragged about a mission that was going to kill people.
Yes.
That's what he looks like to me. A chest puffing.
We talked about character matters, from the office of the presidency to the people we elect, anybody in particular, and why I would vote for you, because character matters. You can surround yourself with wise people, and that's wisdom when you do that, realizing I don't have the knowledge in all these areas.
You don't have the knowledge, Pete.
So I will hire. But you look at Trump's administration, he has hired the worst, most uneducated, they're the bought and paid for
Well, I
sort.
told you my belief of him choosing J.D. Vance.
Yes.
That was to guarantee he was not going to be assassinated.
That's right.
Because J.D. Vance, you want him as
No.
your president? You don't, do you? So that's
You don't
the
want him
vice.
near your couch. That's all I know.
He didn't put him in there because he admired the guy. He put him in there because he knows you don't want him.
Yeah.
And he knows all of those people don't want him because he's incapable
So you will
of
not-
running that office.
You will not want to get rid of the office of the
So
president.
you
Okay.
guarantee your place. And that was a smart move on Trump's part.
South Park says it all, and they've got 5 more years to say a whole bunch more, even though the Trump admin only has 3.5 years left.
Well,
3.5 years,
that's
Jim.
if he goes.
Can we take it? The Jim and Terry Show, still podcasting through the pandemic, through COVID, and now through the Trump administration. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Though the sweat of my brow and the toil of my hands has got me so far into this promised land.